Over the years, there have been many storied company rivalries. Nintendo versus Sega, Apple versus Android, Coke versus Caf and Cola. But there was one format war that ruled them all. This is the story of VHS versus Betamax.
You're obviously a man who's having troubles at home. You're constantly fighting with your family over what TV shows to watch. Well, fortunately, you're looking at a simple solution to your problems. Sony Betamax.
In 1974, Sony created a prototype video recording system called Beta. The first Betamax machines entered the market a year later using cassette tapes with a half-inch wide tape inside. The whole idea was that the Beta tape was hand-sized for easier use. But one problem that plagued Sony right out of the gate was the length of the tape. Because most shows never lasted longer than an hour, including the ads, the tape length was 60 minutes. Meanwhile,
creation of VHS.
JVC declined an offer from Sony to buy the patent on Betamax to handle the manufacturing, and instead came up with their own technology and format. The Video Home System, or VHS, was first released in 1977. It used a bigger videotape than Beta, but with one big difference. It had a longer recording time at 2 hours. That was good to cover a film or a football match, or you could make a blank tape of RoboCop shooting that guy in the dick 7,200 times. You know, that's a thing you could do.
Under arrest. You better back up, pal!
Class. It's just class. This wound up in the focal point of the war. The length of the tape thing, not RoboCop shooting the guy in the dick.
VHS and Beta square off.
When it came down to quality, it appeared that Beta had the upper hand on VHS with its slightly higher resolution. History tells of Beta having a vastly superior picture quality, but looking back at two average machines, they ended up being almost identical. A big reason for this idea of Beta always been such a higher quality format was down to it being marketed that way by Sony. The slippy bastards. And people bought into it, even to this day.
VHS tapes up to 4 hours of sports, movie specials on one cassette.
Not only was recording length one of the main factors for consumers, retail price also played a part. The majority of VHS players were selling for between 200 and 400 quid, while Betamax sold for hundreds more.
The outcome of the war.
In 1975, Betamax owned 100% of home video sales. By 1986, it was only 7%. The boom in the video rental market emerged at this time, and the rental chains quickly turned away from Betamax. The lack of available titles in Betamax and their low market share allowed VHS to keep its distant lead. Sales of Beta dwindled to the point where VHS was the clear winner of the format war. Sony raised the white flag by doing the unthinkable. They started making VHS machines. Sony ignored what the market wanted and decided that their 1 hour tape was sufficient for people's needs, and that their apparent superior quality would win out in the end.
Why should I buy a Sony? But rather, how can I afford not to?
I'm so scared. Thank you. Thank you.
Madam, you have suffered an emotional shock. I will notify a rape crisis center.